All right, we're back with another episode of It's That Easy. This time, I got my co-host one more time, Big Peso Dean. What's happening, Big Peso?
Hey, Rob.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. Let's talk about these NFL games coming up for Week 12. Everyone, make sure to like this video, subscribe if you feel so inclined to do so, and make sure to comment on these picks. Actually, I think you're going to want to copy these picks. Wait till you hear them, but they're going to be pretty good. So let's jump in, man. I got to start with the Cowboys. So I kind of gave it a break a little bit. I said, you know what? This is picking day. I'm just going to wear my regular stuff, but I did get my background here. But I can't help it. I'm just going to homer this one every time. So the last time the Cowboys played the Eagles was in Philly. They actually did pretty well, except for the fact that they couldn't stop Jalen Hurts from running for, 280 yards rushing. And he scored like 20 touchdowns. But other than that, we did pretty good. We had a chance to win at the end. Cowboys got some new defensive guys. I don't know, man. So Philly's favored, which we talked about this the other day. I like that. Favored by 2.5. The over-under is 42. Man, before I go, I need to hear your thoughts on this one. What do you think, man?
Oh, man, I think it's the same old Philly. I think it's I think that their defense is solid.
Yep.
Their offense is going to be that slow grind. I think they're not going to put up any impressive numbers, but I think they're just going to keep winning games. I think they're going to be a nightmare for anybody that faces them in the postseason.
Yeah, I could see that. So their last two games, they gave up 9 points against Detroit and 7 against Green Bay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's going to be tough. They're on a roll. The bad part for Philly is they're going to run into probably the top offense in the NFL. So I don't expect the 33 that we put up against the Raiders, but I do expect the Cowboys to cover at home plus 2.5. But I'm gonna go the under, and I'm gonna call it 20-17 Cowboys.
Okay.
Yeah. What you got? Any pick on this one?
I've got it in a teaser. Of course, I have it in a teaser. I just think Dallas' defense is so bad.
Yeah.
They're number 24 and number 30 against the rush and against the pass. I don't know. I mean, Philly's not a great running game at all. But man, low scores and weak stats, and they still find a way to grind out that W.
Woo. Okay, you don't have to say. I know where you're going with this. You don't have to say it if you don't want to.
I'm not.
But all right, let's go to another fun game here. Pittsburgh travels to Chicago. Chicago's 2.5-point favorites. The over/under is 45.5. And you told me that Aaron Rodgers, I think he fractured or broke his left wrist.
Yeah.
And I heard a thing today that said they don't give a crap what happened to him. That dude's playing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, isn't that like how do you? I get you can play because it's not his throwing hand, but you got to get under center, which he probably won't do now. You grab the ball with two hands. How do you do that? And if you get tackled, you got the ball in your right hand because you're right-handed. You put your left hand out. Yeah, this dude will be done like midway through the first quarter. It's possible he could be done.
Yeah, Mason Rudolph will be finished in this game.
What's that?
Between his wrist fracture and his low testosterone, he's not finishing.
You mean you don't like that jump with the pump?
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's I don't know what that is, man. You got a pick on this one?
No, I definitely have no play on this one at all.
So if I had to pick, I'd go Chicago 2.5. I like that because they could win by a field goal, right? A lot of the NFL games, other than all the blowouts, they get field goal, 6 points, something like that. And I would probably go. I put the over here, only because Chicago's. I think they'll both score, but Chicago comes out on top. And
I think Chicago's run defense is so bad that they're going to get. I mean, they're going to get a lot of Gainwell and whoever the other back is. Yeah,
Connor for the Steelers.
They're going to get a bunch of him.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's going to be a low score. lots of running. I'd rather see Mason Rudolph in there. At least he could scramble and get some yards. I think Low T is going to be too scared to run.
And you know what? I'm going the under, and I'll tell you why. Remember we talked about the last time those NFC North games?
Yeah.
They beat Minnesota 19-17. Minnesota and Green Bay we're going to talk about in a few minutes. Probably going to be like 3-2. You know, these games are going to be pretty low scoring. And even though the Steelers put up 34 against the Bengals, I don't think the Bears defense is as bad as the Bengals. So I'm going to go the under here.
Okay.
All right. Back to the NFC North here. We got the Minnesota Vikings coming off their impressive loss to the Chicago Bears. They go on to Green Bay, who's coming off their unimpressive win over the New York Giants, 27-20. And that was the Winston-led New York Giants that they barely beat. So, man, these games sounded better about 3 or 4 days ago. What do you think about this game?
I think Minnesota's 1-4 against the spread. I think Green Bay is 1-7 against the spread.
Wow.
So yeah, Green Bay has lost straight up 6 times as a favorite this year.
Yes. Yep. And most recently to Carolina. You mean the spread or? Oh, you said straight up. Yeah, they lost to Philly. They lost to Carolina. Another one.
Yeah. Head to head, the favorite has covered the spread. 10-0.
In this matchup?
In this matchup.
Oh my gosh.
I know it.
Dang it. I kind of want to go Minnesota, man. I don't know why. Even though it's in Green Bay.
Minnesota's offense, though, they're number 25 and 23 in the rush and the pass.
Yeah.
Green Bay's defense isn't terrible. They're number 7 and 10 against the rush and pass.
Yeah.
So
they gave up 20 to Winston and the Giants last week. So I don't even know, man. This is a crazy game. But if I had to pick, I would go Minnesota plus 6.5, and I would take the under. The under's been hitting for me, actually. I will say that.
Yeah, it's scary.
This is a sidebar. Last night I bet on, I can't even tell you what college game it was, and I went the under, and the under was 35.5, and they had 29 points with about 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. I was like, I made a mistake. Yeah, these guys kicked 2 field goals. They finished with 35 points, and I won.
Nice.
Yes. So I'm feeling it's my week. This is my week for the under, man. All right. This is a game that I'm looking forward to. Should be a good one. Indianapolis traveling to Kansas City. 3.5-point favorites are the Kansas City Chiefs at home. The over-under is 49.5. That's actually, well, other than the next game, that's the highest one for the week, that over-under. So I'll start on this one. I see Jacob Taylor running on the Kansas City defense. I think they're going to run a lot. I think Kansas City won't be able to stop them.
You said Jacob Taylor?
Sorry.
Is he a new player?
Huh?
Is he a new player?
Who is he?
Jonathan Taylor?
Jonathan Taylor. Yeah, well, at least I didn't say Sean Taylor because that guy, he's not around anymore, you know.
He didn't run too fast.
Sorry. Jonathan Taylor will run over the Kansas City Chiefs.
Nice.
Mahomes, I have a feeling he's going to look human again, even though if you're going to get out of a slump, it could be the Indianapolis defense you go up against to get out of it. And you'll see what I call this later. Actually, I'm not even going to call this game, but I'll lay that out there. What do you think on this game?
Well, first of all, Mahomes sounds like Kermit the Frog. That's the first thing.
That's true, actually.
You know, the last time these guys played were in 2022.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
so but it's been a while.
The Colts weren't the this year's Colts in 2022.
What I like about this game is the total. Indy's last 5, they're 4-1 to the over. KC is 0-5 to the under.
Oh, wow.
So,
yeah.
And on Indy, the one game they lost, or the one game they went under, was only by 1 point.
Gotcha.
But you look at Indy's last, they lost to Pittsburgh. In that loss to Pittsburgh, they had 4 fumbles, and Taylor only ran for 50 yards.
True.
So when he gets loose, it's over.
Yeah. I think he does this week too. And did you know that the Colts, they're averaging like, I don't know, 33 points a game.
Yeah.
So at least in these last 5 games, they've done really well. So and the Chiefs not so well, averaging about 20.
How
So
many how many wins does KC have against teams that are over 500 this year?
I'm gonna say 1.
And you'd be correct.
Yeah, they beat Detroit and that was a long time. That was 5 long
Yep.
weeks ago, man. So all
I'm
right,
ready to see if Sauce Gardner is going to make a difference. Indy's
true.
secondary is so weak.
Yeah, he needed to. That last week he didn't do so well. So
No,
against
but
Atlanta, but maybe this
but
week
on
he
the
gets it.
but on the other side, KC's run defense is weak.
Yeah, yeah. That's why Jonathan and Jacob Taylor are both going to run a lot on these teams. These guys.
Yeah,
You got a pick on that one?
I've got in a teaser, man. I mean, to me that was
I
my
got you.
first choice as a teaser. If KC is minus 3.5, I get 3.5 plus however much I want to tease on the other side.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, yeah, I'm all over that.
To the under or the over?
I'm just taking on that one. I'm taking the side.
Okay, okay,
I'm
got you.
taking Indy plus all the points I can get.
I got you. I like it. Um, and then Tampa Bay, struggling Tampa Bay, lost 2 in a row already, and actually both games they looked pretty good in the first half. The second half they got run over last week by
Yeah.
Buffalo, and they go to the Rams, who the Rams are looking really good. Their last 5 games they're destroying people. Other than they struggle with Seattle, but Seattle's a good team. They killed everybody else, so they're doing pretty good. I think their defense is good too,
Yeah.
so that's going to be a good
I,
game.
I wasn't as impressed by them the last game against Seattle.
Okay,
Seattle had 4 interceptions and still had a chance to win the game at the end.
they did. I think
So,
Seattle's a really good team though.
and the Rams' only 2 losses this year were at home.
Yeah, you did say that, which I don't
Yeah.
like. But
Mm,
here's my call. I say the Rams shake that off. And here's another thing. Right now there's 7 points. Like usually it's 7.5 or 6.5. I guess they're waiting for the money to come in. Uh,
sure.
I'm gonna call that 6.5 points, and I'm gonna go LA 6.5 points. And I will go the over because I know both teams can score. Tampa Bay, even in a loss, they could put
When
up 20, 30 points. So
when you look at their stats and their trends, Tampa Bay, they have a mediocre offense. Their numbers are okay, and they match up perfectly against the Rams defense. But on the other side, Tampa Bay's defense does not match up well against the Rams offense.
yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, not even close. The Rams offense is averaging almost 120 yards rushing and almost 250 passing a game. That's way above what Tampa Bay allows, and I think, yeah, I think they're going to get it.
Another thing, Tampa Bay, missing Evans, their receiver. They ran the ball. They ran the ball. That's what kept them in the game against Buffalo. I don't think they run the ball that well against the Rams. So,
Well,
yeah.
they're
So
on a backup running back also.
true. But he was torching the Bills. He
Yeah,
really was. At least through 3 quarters. I don't know in the fourth quarter. I don't think they did that
yeah,
well.
but the Bills defense,
Yeah. So I don't think they're going to have that running game or as good a running game against the Rams, which is going to
yeah,
cost them, unfortunately. So their 3rd loss in a row.
yeah.
All right. Hey, can I get a quick drum roll for? That was sad.
That's all I got.
uh, our reach around underdog picks of the week, man.
There you go.
So this is why I didn't want to talk about Indy earlier, but we'll
Yeah,
start with the Falcons. So the Falcons, that game was intriguing to me. They go to New Orleans, and the Falcons, even though they've lost their last 5 games, they've lost. They've scored well. They've scored like an average of 25 points a game, at least in their last 3 games, against Carolina, which is not that great, Indianapolis, and New England. Right, so they actually can move the ball. The Saints are coming off a win where they beat Carolina, but they beat them 17-7. So I know it's going to be a tough one, but I just feel like I think Atlanta shows up, and I think they're going to. If you're looking for an underdog to pick, there's one right there for you.
I like that. Yeah, New Orleans, like you said, they held Carolina to 7, but the previous 4 games they allowed between 23 and 34 points. So head to head, New Orleans has won the last 3 against the spread, and Atlanta won the 3 before that.
Yep. Yeah, and I think they're ready to break out and actually win a game.
New Orleans isn't great against the run. I look for Bijan, and Algiers to have a big game. Bijan. And then you got Kirk Cousins against Tyler Shuck. How is his name Shuck? There's not a C or a K in his name. He's been saying that shit wrong his whole life. So Cousins against Shuck. Yeah. Marquee matchup.
Marquee matchup there. I'm sure that'll be the game of the week,
Neither team has a postseason hope.
Yeah.
This is a trial for Shuck, does he get to stick around next year?
Yeah.
So, and Cousins, he ought to be done. So,
yep.
I still think some points get scored. You could tease this game down to 26 if you wanted to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at the rate they've been scoring, actually, they can cover that 39.5, I think. But I'm thinking more of just picking them to win.
Yeah.
I'd probably go Atlanta. And then to parlay that, this is where I want to talk about the Colts. I think the Colts run the ball really well, and I think they're going to be too much for Kansas City, even though Kansas City is a 3.5-point favorite. I think the Colts go in and make a statement and take that game. So
I agree 100%.
And if you parlay these guys, I think it pays you 3.5 to 4 times. $100 on that, you come out with $400 possibly. So.
Well, yeah, you would get more than that because
on the money line. On the money line.
Yeah.
What'd you say? You get more than that for what?
You'd get both. You get more than that because they're both underdogs.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Well, but it wasn't going to pay like that college one. That was going to pay you 29 times. Yeah, that was my dream. I was going to retire after that one, and Pittsburgh didn't help.
They didn't help you.
All right. Okay, one more drum roll for the next one.
I don't have it in me.
Dang it. We go with Big Peso's tease of the week. Teaser of the week. And Pat's Little Tickler of the week.
Okay.
I don't even know how you knew Pat's has a little tickler, but
I mean, you told me. I mean, don't blast me. You told me.
Pat, if you're listening, just put it in the comments that David knew all along. All right. So I'll be honest. I don't even know if I can read these. I'm going to let you go ahead and read these off since we'll probably be canceled from YouTube after this one. Go ahead.
Well, I'm trying to focus, but the big teaser, you obviously it's a 4-team teaser, 13 points on each side. So I added 13 to Indy and took them plus 16.5.
Which you should win that one.
Love that. New England against Cincinnati. I teased that total down from 49 to 36. And I think New England scores 34.
Yeah, I think you're right. And I don't know if Cincinnati scores too much. New England's pretty tough. But yeah, I think you win that one. I like it so far.
New England defense has allowed 13 to 23 points every game. Cincinnati's defense has allowed at least 33 in the last 4. So, yeah, I'm all over that one. And both teams are combined 10-2 on the overs for the last however many games that is, 12 games.
Okay.
Then Seattle plus 0.5.
So Seattle's 13.5-point favorites over the Titans. You know we get in trouble when we do those games, man, because I thought the Chargers were going to cover last time too. But
yeah.
All right. So, okay, half. They can still – well, no, they can't lose, but they have to win.
Seattle lost last week because of Darnold's 4 interceptions.
True.
I don't think that happens again.
Yeah, he probably won't do that against the Titans.
So, yeah, Seattle just needs to win the game.
All right.
And then Buffalo.
This is a Thursday night game.
Buffalo is a 4.5-point favorite at Houston. Houston struggles against running quarterbacks. And they're about to get the biggest running quarterback in the league coming to town.
True.
So you're giving me Buffalo plus more than a touchdown? Man, I'll take that against anybody.
But the Texans, they're playing with their backup quarterback, and that he's playing well. He's playing well.
He is. So local talk is he's playing for a job. Local talk here in Houston sports radio is that they may be shopping C.J. Stroud to maybe Arizona, maybe Miami next year,
Interesting.
and that they would keep Davis as a starter next year. He'd be QB1, trying to draft, their next franchise quarterback.
Okay. All right. And then here's your favorite, Pat's Little Tickler. Go ahead and tell us about that one.
Same thing. It's a four team teaser, but you only get 7 points. So New England, I teased them down from 8 to 1.
Okay.
And the Rams were a 7-point favorite when I played it. So I teased them down to they just have to win the game.
Ooh, that's
Jacksonville and Arizona. What's that?
That's a tough one. The Rams and the Bucks. You don't know about that one, but yes, I see that could work out.
Jacksonville and Arizona. I've thought back and forth on this one, and I decided to tease the total down from 47 to 40 and play the over.
Okay.
Jacksonville, they still got a 40% chance to make the playoffs, so they're going to be putting it out there.
Yeah.
They look good the last few games. They scored. In fact, they've scored 29, over 29 the last 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Yep.
So they put up another 30, 31, and somehow the other team finds a way to score 9.
And the great Jacoby Brissett will come through for you.
Oh, yeah. He's going to throw for some yards. and then
Seattle, yeah.
Yeah, Seattle and Tennessee. We talked about that a little bit, but I teased them down from 40 to 33 and took the over.
Okay.
I like that. I think Darnold shows up.
I agree. And throws to his own team more often.
That'd be nice. I've got the over 33. He can throw to the other team.
Yeah, they can score too. Yeah, you're right. Actually,
he can do that 4 times, and I'm good.
Hey, so let me tell. So the 7.1 pays more, right? Than the
it does. So that one pays 2 to 1.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So my 50 peso play on that one pays back 100 pesos.
Gotcha.
Now my big teaser is a bigger play. I play that for more pesos, and you pay a little bit of juice on that. So that one is minus 150 actually.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you have to lay 1,500 pesos to win back 1,000 pesos.
All right, sounds good. Hey, so we'll play these. Make sure to like and subscribe to the video. We will put these in the comments. So I'd love to see your comments out there. See what you think. See if you think there's something else that you would pick. And but I think we're gonna do well this time. I think this is going to be a good week, man. Actually, last week was a good week. This is going to be a continuation of a good week. I like it.
We did well last week.
All right, man. All right. Any closing remarks before we get out of here?
Nah, just looking at these big teasers,
I thought you were looking at the little tickler, but okay.
Come on, man.
All right, man. Hey, for Big Peso Dean and myself, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.